This morning, I got a text message, and it was from a friend of mine, and it was filled with lots of love and encouragement and warmth and understanding for the year coming up. And it just made me realize how important it is to have, you know, people who really care about you, nurture about you, I really, want the best for you, to have those people around. So what I did was I took that text message and then shared it to my group. And one of the guys came back and he wrote this: "My inner cynic was expecting a sales pitch at the end." And that just highlighted a big block that this guy has got in his life, and it's a block that I can definitely connect with and resonate with, and many guys I work with have that same block. How many of us become cynical when it's like somebody's being affectionate towards us? Like, what's the alternative motive here? What do they want? So what we do is we become over cautious, over untrusting. I'm not saying we just embrace them with open arms. What I'm saying is just have a bit of temperance and balance on this. But what happens is that when we've been wounded in the past before, we've been hurt before, we've been let down before, maybe we've been cheated on before, all of those things, all that woundedness or the fracturing, emotional fracture, I call it, can really make us hyper vigilant, overprotective, over cynical about life and people, and become very untrusting of things. And they need a lot of reassurance, constant reassurance. But there's a block that normally happens, is that when they become so hurt, is I don't want to get hurt again. And what they do is close off. And I did this as well. I was very closed off. And women used to say to me, they didn't used to say directly, "Are you really closed off?" There's like, "I can't connect to you, the real you." And I'm like, "What does that mean? I'm telling you exactly what I'm thinking and feeling about it." But she goes, "There's something about it." And over time, going and doing this work, they couldn't articulate what I was stuck with, or dealing with. It's only when I started doing more therapy work and more coaching work, and my coaches were able to highlight, "Faisal, what you're doing is you're blocking off receiving love. I know you want to shower people with love. You want to, you know, um, encourage them with love, and you want to be really loving. But the thing is, even though you want to give a lot, not being able to receive is avoidant, because you're avoiding, right? You're avoiding being seen to, avoiding being looked into, people seeing you or wanting to, see all of you and love you and even give you feedback or whatever it is. But that part of like, no, it's only one way and it's on my condition, the way I want to do it. And that what happens is that, that can be a sign of avoidance as well. So when we close that cycle off, close that loop off, and I have had that most of my life closed in, and it made it really difficult to build an intimate connection with, lovers, partners, and also anybody else. Because if you're just not able to receive, and we can be bad receivers, bad at receiving compliments, bad at receiving hugs. I mean, in my own growth, I was very uncomfortable to hug people. I don't know if that's like you as well, but like in my family, I don't really remember growing up being hugged a lot. As I grew older, and I noticed that there's a lot of men who haven't had that physical hug and contact with, their parents or siblings or even other guys. They don't have that. There's like a real resistance to that as well. Like, we're men, we don't hug, we don't show our emotions, we're not into, we don't get close to people. So women can really struggle with this, and this is where they can label you as you're emotionally unavailable, you're not empathetic, because we're so quite logical and stuck in this logical place. So the here is when we're cynical about love, we're cynical about intimacy. I mean, we are untrusting about it. It's really hard for the other person to relax and want to give to you, because just like you want to give, they want to give as well. And if both want to give but none of us want to receive, there is no cycle, there's no flow of connection there. So it's really opening that tap. And I started to open that tap, and I'm still doing this, then I started to see, oh, I can give love, but I can also receive love as well, receive compliments, receive feedback, receive. So the giving and receiving works in hand. So here, start trusting yourself, start receiving, being open to it, even with compliments. When somebody compliments you, uh, I know guys don't get much compliment, but even when it comes to compliments, we play it off. Oh yeah, that jacket I bought. Oh, yeah, it's this or that. We just play it down or degrade ourselves at our cost. So when somebody compliments you, just open up and say thank you. Really say thank you and let it be. No defending yourself, explaining yourself, rationalizing. In those moments, just receive the compliment as well. So here, being cynical is a real block to the flow of affection, attention, and intimacy as well.